Hey everybody, I'm not going to be in front of the camera this time, I'm going to be behind it. I've had some people actually express interest and want to see some more stuff about my car. Besides this fact, it looks stunning right there, and I really think it does. I think it's a beautiful car. I'm in love with this car. But I will point out a few little flaws. I don't know what happened, when or where, but somehow I got a little bit of overspray. Okay, so I'm inside the car now, and it's really, it's really a mess. There's even a pop can down on the floor. So I don't pollute the environment, I only pollute my environment. So anyway, before I get started actually, I'm going to open the garage door. I'm going to crack it anyway, because I don't want to die of, like, fumes. So I'll get that open, and I'll open the other one up. There we go. Cool. So to start this car, technically, you can push the power button once or twice for accessories or turn on everything electrical. But to get the car to power up in ready mode, you have to hit the brake. So I'm going to push the brake, and if you listen quietly, I think you'll hear a brake cylinder or something do some work there. Yeah, you heard that? Maybe you heard it. Anyway, then that comes on, the lights come on, everything, but I have them turned on automatically, so, that's why. I currently have 58 miles to the gallon after I filled up because of the damn hurricane thing, and I was, like, empty, so I had to fill up before it went up any higher. Pisses me off, man. So, the car is going to kick on immediately not because the battery is empty enough that it needs to run, but because it has to heat up all of the emissions components and reach an optimal temperature for the motor, because the engine kicks on and kicks off very rapidly. It has a light motor oil to it and everything, and see, it's already kicked off. Because I just ran it not too long ago, so it really should not run that long. Now the air conditioner, I'm going to turn it off. You heard a little squeak. I got like a squeaky valve door thingy, or a little flap door thing that closes. Because, I don't know, whenever you shut it off, it shuts off the little flap that probably puts it through the coils that cools the air. There's like an airbag light. It only shows up as off if it were ever off. I don't think it actually says when it's on or anything, but it's just assumed that it's on. Okay, that sound is like closing the door. Basically, it doesn't do that every time, but if you have the key in your pocket, because you can, now see if I get far enough out of the car here. I'll like show you. The little key light will kick on, because the key has left the car, and it gets mad. But, if I get close enough in here, it'll kick off. Well, it's not doing it, I don't care. So anyway, that's what that is, saying you don't have the key in the car anymore. So you can kind of hear it. So that sound is these crazy high intensity headlamps right here, and the extremely dirty lenses. Now I'm noticing a flicker in this one. I noticed it earlier. Don't ask me why. Maybe it's about to blow, which would be a $70 letdown. I don't think that one's flickering, so it's not like the electrical system. And currently, I had my fog lamps on because it was like torrential rain today, so I don't usually run those, but I happen to have them on. Alright, so now you can hear, whenever I turn on the air conditioner, it's going to make for a pretty interesting noise. I'll pop the hood too, so you guys can check that out. So that sound you hear is the air compressor And apparently the fan right here kicked on also. Well, here in a minute, the car should cool off, and it will actually completely shut off. It's winding down. Yep. So I have the temperature inside the car set to 74 degrees, and it only runs as needed. It'll still be circulating air, of course. Just came on again, and it's only the electrical. It's only the electronics running here, the air conditioner. So it just kind of intermittently runs one cycle. I don't think that it's damaged by running short cycles like many compressor systems. I can't remember what they call it. I think they call it a rotary or something or other. I can't remember what it's called. See, step in here and it's just nice and cool. 74 degrees. Now what I would like to do is shut that off. I'll even turn off the lights. I don't need them really. And show you that when I hit the gas, you'll hear it kick on. It'll kick on the motor actually, because I'm in park and it knows this, and when I hit the gas it must know that I'm wanting the engine to show a presence or something. So here we go. You know. If I let off, it stops instantly, just like it's a go-kart, I guess is what you say. Okay, so I'm going to actually put this thing in gear. And, see? And the sucker moves, and there's no motor running. It's pretty cool, I think. Let me see. But one thing is, if you have it in drive, and you have the brake on, and you hit the gas, it'll kick on me. I mean, I don't know. It's kind of neat. The old ones used to be. I'm going to shut it all off now. But the old ones used to be you could force charge it. I was quiet just then. That sound, I want to explain it to you. That was the sound of, I think it's a 1.3 or a 3 liter, I can't remember how big it is, thermal tank. It's a thermally insulated coolant tank, and it pumps hot engine temperature coolant into it, and then the next time you turn your car on, it pumps that coolant through the motor really quick and circulates it and increases the heat up time of the motor, so that if you don't really need the motor to run early on, it gets up to that optimal temperature quicker, and then you don't have to run the engine. You can just cruise on electricity faster, and it gets the emissions heated up quicker and everything, such as some of the things in the emissions include catalytic converter and something else, or maybe it's part of the catalytic converter that heats up and burns off any unspent fuel. So if the fuel isn't efficiently burned in the engine and it just comes out, the tailpipe, then it gets burnt up in there so that it's not just, being deposited into the environment. So I got a few requests about this stuff anyway, and I just wanted to share it with you guys, just from a geeky sound standpoint. And please feel free to ask any very specific questions. I may not get to it quick, but I will try and show you anything that you may have, any questions you may have about this. So, thanks.